Would you let go of something you loved to step into something bigger, no matter how much it would hurt to leave everything behind? Today, after 2 amazing years growing this channel, I'm choosing to do exactly that. So in this video, I'm going to show you why I am ending this chapter, the number 1 lesson I learned, and what's next. But before we get into that, let me take you back. Last year has been tough. Ever since I decided to shift from talking about fragrances to self-improvement and personal power, something became painfully clear. Every time I posted a video, the views were low. Dagger to my heart. People were unsubscribing. Another dagger. And no matter how much I poured into my content, I felt like I'm trying to fit a box in a circle. I kept telling myself, keep going, it will turn around. But deep down, I knew I was forcing something that no longer fit. And I was holding on to an identity that I had already outgrown. It's like wearing a perfume that once made you feel alive, confident, magnetic, but now you smell it and something feels off. It doesn't match who you are anymore. And yet, because of nostalgia, you try to keep wearing it. I'm looking at you, la vie est belle. Here's the hardest truth I learned about growth. Holding on to something just because you've invested time into it can block you from discovering what's truly meant for you. Sometimes the bravest, most powerful choice is to simply let go. A closed door isn't rejection, it's an invitation to step forward, to evolve and find a path that aligns with who you've become, not who you once were. That is what I teach my clients, and yes, I do practice what I preach. So that's why I'm starting over. But what am I starting? A new channel, a clean slate, a space for people who are waking up to their power, who are ready to break free from self-doubt, to trust themselves fully, and to step into their power. A home for those who know they are meant for more. If you are here watching this, that means some part of you is waking up too. And if my new channel calls to you, if you feel that spark, then join me there. You will make my heart tingle with joy. But how do I know that this is the right path? I spent so long trying to convince myself that I could make it work here, but when I started fresh with content that is 100% aligned, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Excitement, joy, energy, and that's how I knew. These feelings were my sign, my inner compass telling me, yes, that's the way. Did you ever feel this way? If you are forcing yourself to stay somewhere that no longer lights you up, maybe it's time to pause and ask yourself, what if I allowed myself to start fresh? Because your identity isn't set in stone. You have the power to redefine yourself at any moment. And a new path doesn't erase where you've been. It builds on taking your experiences and turning them into strength. And sometimes the exact thing you are scared to start over is precisely what will set you free. As they say, the obstacle is the way, which leads me to my final and most important point, the biggest lesson I learned over 2 years on YouTube. So after all the ups, downs, pivots, breakthroughs, what did I actually learn? Failure isn't failure, it's feedback. Failure doesn't exist, only lessons in disguise. I believed that if something didn't work out, it meant that I had failed. A video flopped, I must have done something wrong. I didn't achieve my goals, maybe I wasn't good enough. But I was wrong. Every so-called failure was actually giving me feedback, whispering, this isn't aligned, try again. And it's like Thomas Edison said, I have not failed. I found 10,000 ways that won't work. Every setback brings us closer to clarity, guiding us forward to the path that is truly meant for us. So now, before I end this video, I want to turn this over to you and think back for a time when you thought you had failed. Maybe it was a relationship that ended, maybe it was a career move that didn't work out, or maybe it was a goal you didn't reach. Now ask yourself, what did I learn from that experience that I wouldn't have learned otherwise? And drop your answer in the comments. I would love to hear them, because the things we call failures are actually stepping stones that shape us into who we are meant to become. So if there is one thing that you take from this video, start following what feels right and what aligns with your passions. And just start over. Imagine being a painter working on a canvas for years. You've added layers, changed colors, and tried to fix things, but something about it never quite felt right. Then one day you realize you don't have to keep correcting it. You can start a brand new canvas, not from failure, but from knowing exactly what you want to create now. If you've ever had to let go of something you loved, you know exactly why this moment is so bittersweet for me. So, see you on the other side, and with that, this is it, my final video here. If you've been here with me since the fragrance days, thank you. If you've found me through personal growth content, thank you. And if you feel called to join me in this new chapter, subscribe to my new channel. You will make my heart tingle with joy. See you on the other side. Sending you hugs and so much love. Thank you.